Hey, it's Gordon here with another installment of the Unscripted Series. I gotta laugh because I heard that on Ukulele Underground some people are calling it the Unshaven Series. And just so you know, I just don't like to shave and had to for years when I wore a suit and tie, and now I don't have to. So once a week I use a beard trimmer and just kind of cut it back. But just because I'm lazy and I can work this way. Anyway, I'm in a rather contemplative mood this morning, so I thought I would do a video on kind of my candid feelings about what worries me about Mya-Moe, or what's on my mind. And first I'll say what doesn't worry me currently, but has at times in the past. You know, I wondered as we approached building a lot of instruments in the 1,000, you know, whether Shar and I would remain motivated and really enjoy what we're doing. And I don't worry about that. Every instrument is different, and we love the reaction that we get when we can marry an instrument to a player. And every time that happens, someone comes up here to pick up an instrument or they receive it, it's a new experience for us. Every piece of wood is new, and so we just love what we do. I think there are times where I worried about when we were growing, which we're not now, and we're not planning to, but I wondered if we could manage our growth and not have our attention to detail take a hit. And I feel pretty good about that. And I feel great about the team that we've assembled. So what I worry about is, and by the way, I'm not looking for any input or answers here. You're welcome to give me some. But you know that book about men and women and Mars and Venus, and it basically says that men, when they talk, are looking for a solution, and women just are venting or trying to get it off their mind. And it's more the latter for me in this case. I'm just kind of telling you what's on my mind. So you know what it is that Shar goes to the shop every day of the week. 3 of those are scheduled work days. So she's working on specific instruments according to Uke Tracker and the build schedule. Every other day she goes out there for wood selection. And wood selection used to be not a big part of what we did. She'd pick out the wood and we'd build the instrument. And then we offered master grade, and people said, oh, can I see a picture? And you know, it's one of those things where it's just natural, I think, with us, and it's natural, just human behavior, that the more we get, the more we ask for. We know we can have this much, so let's see if we can get that much. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, it just is. And we find that with a website, the more that we do, the more we're asked for. And so, as she took pictures, she got asked for more and more. People that weren't getting master grade asked, and we thought, well, gosh, they're waiting a long time, they're spending a lot of money. And you know, I don't think it matters if you're spending $3,000 on a tricked out Mya-Moe, or you're spending $1,000 on a tradition. Really what's important is your point of view, and how much that money means to you. And sometimes, often I think, the person with a $1,000 tradition, that $1,000 is way larger a part of their disposable income than the $3,000. Not always, but sometimes. So we looked at it from the person's perspective and said, you know, we can't really say, hey, you're not buying the most expensive Mya-Moe. You can't have pictures. You know, it's an instrument of a lifetime for them. And so we took more and more pictures. And now, for those of you that have ordered recently, in the last year, 8 months, year, you know that we've gone to online wood galleries. We don't put them on the website after you've ordered. We send you the gallery for the wood that you've selected. And you can get more than one gallery and take a look at them. And, you know, it's going pretty well. What we were afraid of is that people would change their wood, change their mind, go back to the gallery, and then, man, we're dealing it. You can imagine 250 instruments on order. And imagine the churn. Oh wait, they've deselected that. They've selected this. Go out to the shop. Do different markings. Well, you know, we are pretty careful with the database and where we put things in the shop. And so, you know, it's going pretty well. But, you know, we get on average 1 or 2 orders a day. And that means 1 or 2 new pictures of wood a day and 1 or 2 sets of interactions. We looked the other day. On average, we have over 50 email interactions one way. So if you count both ways, it's 100 with each prospective owner before we've built that instrument. And so that's a lot, every day. And I guess so my point is, Shar goes out there every day to keep up with it because she does all wood selection. There are parts of this business that only she does. There are parts that only I do. There's parts that only Erin does. Her part that she and only she does is wood selection, which involves the aesthetics. She also does a good part of the tuning and the acoustics, but that's a separate subject. So she goes out every day to keep up with it because, if you let it go more than a few days, suddenly you've got this big backlog. And it's a lot of pictures and a lot of wood. So, I think what I think about is, man, I hope she doesn't burn out. Because I don't know that there's a good solution. We've sort of, our branding, our business, part of what we offer are pictures. And the ability, if you're not local, to feel like you are and choose the wood that you want. And I love being able to do that. But, right now, if I see one kind of cloud on the horizon out there, it's that she burns out and we have to somehow cut back. Because I don't think we can suddenly say to people, oh, you can't have that. It's really hard to take that away. And by the way, if there are any of you out there that think that this is some hidden or subliminal suggestive video that I'm talking to you because you've been one of those that has switched woods, I'm not. There's no specific interaction that has triggered this. Some people switch woods, some don't. In the end, we are pleasers. We want you to get the instrument that you want. And if you switch woods, you switch woods, and that's part of your prerogative. And in the end, all we hope is that you did get the instrument you were really looking for. So anyway, I just thought I'd tell you what's on my mind these days. And I'll look forward to seeing you next week with another edition of the Unshaven Unscripted series. Bye-bye.